Roman Reigns returned to WWE last night on SmackDown, and after embarrassing and disrespecting the Usos, Paul Heyman announced that the Tribal Chief will be teaming up with Solo Sikoa to take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships at Night of Champions. While many people expected Omos to be his opponent for the big event in Saudi Arabia, WWE hit us with a major swerve, and I love it. So the question on everyone's mind is, should Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa actually defeat Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to become the new tag team champions? And I'm not gonna lie, I think that would be a pretty dope idea. It would be truly shocking to see it happen, and it would continue to establish Roman Reigns as the GOAT of professional wrestling. With that being said though, it's not going to happen because there's an even better story to tell. You see, the direction WWE is going with in the storyline is going to be beautiful if it's what I think it is. And the WWE should book Jimmy Uso to screw Roman Reigns out of that match. Of course, Roman Reigns should not be pinned, Solo should. This will be because Roman Reigns has been nothing but a dickhead to the bloodline. And Jimmy Uso isn't like his brother, he doesn't take shit. So he cost Roman Reigns the match, and this leads to a lot of internal drama over the summer. Jimmy Uso should then start a feud with Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship, and that is when he'll get destroyed, very similar to Jey Uso from 2020. This time around though, Jey isn't going to sit around and watch all this nonsense take place and take this toxic manipulation from his cousin. He will fight against Roman Reigns. So we'll have a Usos versus Reigns and Solo match that will happen, and we'll even see a rematch between Jey and Roman Reigns. And after it's all said and done, Roman Reigns will lose the Usos. They will leave the bloodline and walk away, and that will be a big blow for the faction. But Roman's ego does not care. Eventually, he will lose Solo too and have no one to help him win in his rematch against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. I seriously think that this is the direction that they're going with, and if booked properly, this could be one of the greatest stories told in professional wrestling history. I can't wait. Anyways, that was it for Roman Reigns. Let's talk about the rest of SmackDown. Outside of the Roman Reigns segment, this SmackDown primarily focused on the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, and we had two really good triple threat matches. Sheamus, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley put on a solid one. Then again, what else do you expect from talent like that? Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley are really trying to have a triple threat match with everyone on the roster. Anyways, Bobby Lashley won, and that was the right choice. He's a top guy, and he should be dominating and winning matches. As for the other triple threat match, we got a legendary match with Hall of Fame names: Rey Mysterio, Edge, and AJ Styles. That sounds like a dream match booked in WWE 2K23, and even though they are all almost 50 years old, they still managed to put on a banger. There were some botches here and there, but overall I thought that it delivered, and I really thought that Edge was going to walk away with this as the winner, but AJ Styles pulled out the victory. And then we had Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles competing against each other, with the winner set to wrestle Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at Night of Champions. After a hard-fought battle, AJ Styles came out on top, punching his ticket into that world title match. We're going to get AJ Styles and Seth Rollins one-on-one, and that sounds like a banger. Like I said earlier though, Edge was the only one that I could see winning the belt if it wasn't Seth Rollins, but now with AJ Styles and Seth in that match, I think that Rollins will definitely win the World Heavyweight Championship, but there is a 2% chance that Seth Rollins could lose and AJ could become the winner. The match is probably going to be a banger though, so we don't have to worry about that. The tournament was a success on SmackDown. The WWE also introduced the new NXT faces to SmackDown. Grayson Waller appeared on SmackDown in a segment with Adam Pearce to announce the debut of his talk show next week, and that should be good. You can already tell Grayson Waller is going to be huge for this company. Cameron Grimes then defeated Baron Corbin in like 5 seconds. I'm enjoying this downfall storyline of Baron Corbin. We should see those two continue to feud, and it should be solid stuff. And then Pretty Deadly appeared in a backstage segment with the Brawling Brutes. It wasn't anything more than a little preview of them, but I liked how they introduced all these fresh faces without shoving them in our faces. You know, they were just a part of some segments to get us familiar with them, and that's the right way to approach it. Liv and Raquel Rodriguez also successfully defended their women's tag team championships. Damage Control is continuing to implode. We should expect a triple threat match at SummerSlam if I had to guess. And finally, Bianca Belair had a celebration for breaking a record for the Raw Women's Championship, which, by the way, it looks like that is going to stay on SmackDown. I did not expect that championship to stay on SmackDown. Triple H really said, we ain't doing another title swap after that disaster from a couple years ago. Asuka then came out and spit the mist in her face, and Bianca low-key kind of oversold it too much in my opinion. But anyways, this feud seems to be getting more intense. It is adding intensity, and I like that. Overall, this was a very good SmackDown. The roster changes seems to have spiced things up on the blue brand, as well as the return of Roman Reigns. While SmackDown was great, there's something that's not, and that is the future of LA Knight. LA Knight is set to be in a temporary tag team with Rick Boogs. Yes, you heard that right. That is a very interesting decision, considering that many people love LA Knight and want to see this man in a bigger role. Some of us want to even see him win the World Heavyweight Championship. Honestly, this is very disappointing. I'm hoping that it doesn't last for more than a few weeks. Maybe this is just something for him to do before he hopefully wins the money in the big contract. I'm not sure, but it is disappointing. What do you think about his current role? Should Triple H book him better? Let me know in the comments below. And to end this video, I'm going to play Edge's incredible video from Twitter, and I'll ask one question: should he win the world title sometime down the line before he does retire? I know a lot of people want to see Seth Rollins win, but Edge only has maybe a year left, so should he win? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
Hey everybody, so this isn't some kind of mapped out wrestling promo or anything. I'm sitting in what is my second home, a wrestling ring, trying to get in some reps before SmackDown tomorrow night, where I face Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles. And I can't say enough about those guys. I know AJ and I have had our differences in the past, and you know the history with me and Ray. Those two guys are the reason a lot of people are in our industry, and I expect to have one hell of a match. I also expect to win it. I have to. You know, some people have been running around saying they're going to finish their stories, right? And good for them. But it made me think a little bit about my story. The introduction of the WWE Heavyweight Championship, if I look at that thing, it even looks like the title that I never lost. Looks like big gold. 12 years ago, I was forced to give that thing up. Never had a chance to get it back. Now I have a chance. And it all comes full circle. You know, this ride, it's going to end sooner than later. Let's face it, we all know that. I got to get this done. It's the last thing to do. It's the period on the end of the sentence, right? It's the last sentence in the book. I got to get that stuff out of the basement. And I just got to do it. You know, all of you that are watching this, I assume you've been with me on this ride, and I really appreciate it. It's going to end soon, and I got to end it right this time. And there's no better way to finish it than to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And then when I lose it, that's it. I'm done. So Ray, AJ, bring your best tomorrow. I know you will. Can't wait to see you in there, to be honest. Let's tear it up.